The true reason to why so much self-defense and martial arts out there will never work in a real life situation is because the coaches that are teaching are not incorporating, on higher levels at least, you don't have to start with it right away, some level of sparring. Sparring means whatever technique that you have just learned, no matter what scenario, what's key is that it gets pressure tested, that it gets battle tested, meaning you're working with someone who's not allowing you to do what you want to do. They're not giving you the situation. Now, that's number one, the person actually fighting back. Number two, when you get to higher levels, you have to incorporate sparring. Why? Because the main aspect of an actual fight situation that gets trained the least is that of a person in front of you who's actually trying to hurt you. That in itself will raise your stress levels to a level that you might not have ever dealt with in your life. So even though you're learning the techniques, even though you're learning the correct movements, you have to learn to apply this under stress. You have to learn to apply this when your adrenaline is pumping. Your highest level of adrenaline release, which is your ASR, your acute stress response, which is adrenaline. So it's really important that you do start incorporating, not full contact, especially not in the beginning, but you do need to incorporate some sparring. Why? Because you will start realizing that the techniques that you have learned, that you can now perform and execute so flawlessly on a person that's not trying to resist what you're doing, everything changes when that person is actually resisting, and even more so when the person in front of you is trying to hit you back. So make sure, if you want realistic street self-defense, that that's incorporated in your training, and also that your coach that you have working with you, at some point at least, has actually done some level of sparring or competition or combat fighting. What else do you want to know? Ask in the comments below.